up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming here, and we are back with another game of the Populous The Beginning Beta Tournament. This is a round 2 match, actually, and is being played between Babo, representing the clan Overpowered, playing as the Dakini tribe in the Dakini position. His opponent fresh off of the back of a victory against Nation Kid in the round 1 games. Playing as the Chumara tribe in the Chumara position, it is the administrator of Populous reincarnated himself, IncaWarrior. Once again, we've talked about this before and we will continue to talk about it. Narrow Passage is the first map for the tournament. Every map has to start here. The second map is, of course, Pressure Point. Now, Narrow Passage is a map that is characterized by the narrow passage that you see here in the center. I was pointing at my screen like you can see what my hands are doing, even though you really can't. So, Narrow Passage is characterized by this narrow passage. Typically, this map is played in a 2 versus 2 scenario. You can see this empty space here would contain Green's reincarnation site. And likewise, thank you for the subscription, Yoku. I'm sorry I forgot to turn that off, everyone. Likewise, the blue tribe occupy this position here. This is 1v1, so both of those tribes have not loaded in, and the players have full carte blanche to build however they desire. You can build across this entire strip if you so desire, or you can elect to build over none of it if you really want to lose. You can already see Babo's making his first movements. He's got towers going up onto all of the islands. He's building far out as quickly as possible. And he's going to make sure he builds out all the bases quickly. Trees are getting harvested. It's important to harvest trees, even though you have the extra wood. If you want to build like 2 players, you've got to harvest like 2 players, but that's not an issue for a player of Babo's caliber. And you can see even IncaWarrior is doing the same on his side as well. Making sure he's keeping the trees harvested. One of the things that Beta does do is Braves within a shorter radius will prioritize wood piles. So there's real benefits to harvesting and putting the wood piles near these plans, because then they won't go cutting down your trees. Now we can see a couple of Braves hands up. It means that they were trying to get to one of these islands that have not yet been land bridged. As you can see, this is pretty standard. We get a land bridge from Babo to here to connect up this bit. He'll go over here and do another land bridge here as well and connect the entire strip, so he doesn't have to worry about Braves hands upping and that his entire base is connected. IncaWarrior should be looking to do the same, but he's building a little bit slower than Babo, and that means he's going to be falling behind, no doubt. I don't know what button I pushed there, but it made the screen go black for a second. I do apologize. That was weird. So we can see that Babo has connected his secondary base as well. That's 2 land bridges out. Now, he has 2 choices on how he wants to approach this map. We've seen players do a couple of different things based on this map in a 1v1 scenario. One of the things that we see them do is actually not go for the front at all, because this is quite easy to defend if it's left as a narrow passage. And the back door on this map is very close. So we've seen a couple of players already just decide to make the back door the front door, and narrow passage actually gets played this way. Alternatively, you may see the more traditional 2 versus 2 strategy, in which a player will widen this with land bridges and attack across here. Stonehead in the middle contains a volcano, but very rarely will you see players trying to secure it and trying to work on it. Now we can see Inca is building on all 3 islands, but he does need to be building much quicker. That's really interesting. I found out what's making the thing go dark, so just give me a second and we'll see if we can fix it. There we go. Fantastic. For some reason my game hadn't loaded in properly, and every time I pushed enter it just made the screen go dark instead of taking me to world view. So now we can do what I wanted to do, which was go to the world view and have a little look at the plans that we've got down. Now we've seen that Inca doesn't have very many huts, But he's got plenty of plans down. He should be whacking down even more than that, really, because you want to build non-stop. I mean, look at Babo's base. There's plans everywhere. And this base has been fleshed out a lot better and a lot faster. I would pretty much say that Babo's already going to win this, just looking at the rate that both players are building. But, you know, anything can happen in Populous. Babo can forget how to play the game. He can answer the phone. He can do whatever he wants. But definitely one player is outperforming the other in terms of raw building. And he's even making sure to keep the trees harvested as well. So he's got plenty of available wood for the upgrades as well. Inca was watching, but Babo moves himself back quick enough to not get knocked into the water. Inca throws out another blast. One more. Oh, very unfortunate. If Inca had cast that blast a second earlier, he would have sent Babo flying into the water. Babo's still trying to get the sneak in, and he's still not dead. He's doing great at cancelling the Shaman's rolling animations so that she doesn't roll directly into the water. Very quick casting out of Babo, and he's just applying a lot of early pressure. The size of his base means he's got so much mana available to him that even if he gets in, especially at this point in the game, he could secure a very early victory. We're only 6 minutes into this game of Narrow Passage, and he's already putting on plenty of pressure. Inca needs to make sure that he is watching, because Babo is trying to sneak in again. You can hear the Shaman's not making noise, and that's because she's got a spell selected and was walking with that. Inca does not notice, and Babo gets the kill, and he's probably got tons of mana to play with here. He throws down an Earthquake. Hey, no fair, says Inca. And that's a disgusting Earthquake. I wasn't looking. And so, yeah, as we predicted, Babo's getting in with plenty of mana available to him. Babo says sorry. That's what I like to see. You're going to win the game, at least say sorry. He's building multiple troop huts. We've got 1, 2, 3 Fire Warrior huts. 2 Warrior huts right now. If I missed any... 2 Warrior huts at the moment right now. He knows that he's secured himself a very strong advantage. Another good Earthquake on the side strip over here. Deals a significant amount of damage and damages the Fire Warrior hut as well. Now, Fire Warriors were one of the only sets of troops. There is a Warrior hut on this side as well. You don't need to spread your huts out quite this much. Now, the Fire Warriors will be useful in slowing down the push of Warriors. Inca's just gone, sod this. Babo can stay in my base. And Inca's going into Babo's base. Now, this works out better for Babo, and the reason that Babo is allowing this to happen is exactly that. Because of the mana available to them, Babo is always going to be able to deal more damage to Inca than Inca can do back to him. But that was a good Earthquake to start. I actually got quite a good few huts. So I can't complain about that, but it's not going to be good enough to stop this happening. Oh, Babo's getting his Brave blasting on. Blasting his Braves here, there, and everywhere, taking them out as quickly as he possibly can. Inca's still in the base. He's trying to disrupt the Warriors. He could do with an Earthquake in between both of those Warrior huts, because at the moment those are the only ones that Babo has. And it's the Warriors that are going to secure the game for Babo. Shaman wants to join the Dakini tribe. She's trying to get trained before all these warriors. Let me in. Give me a sword, she says. Is Babo building any further warrior training huts? It doesn't look like he is. So Babo's happy with just these 2. Inca probably is going to take quite some time to charge another Earthquake. Babo's not even watching his Shaman because he knows this is a game that is won with troops, and here we have it already. The warriors are going to start pouring into Inca's base. They're going to separate, take down huts, take down population, and win him the game. Inca's Shaman is just chilling. You know, she's happy. She's having a good time. Oh, she's moving. Where's she off to? It's not quite the exercise that I thought she was going to go for. Oh, and she casts an Earthquake the second that I look away. Oh, he gets both the warrior training huts. It's the beginning of Inca's epic comeback, I think. No, just kidding, because both of Babo's Earthquakes are on what remains of Inca's base. The warriors are going to separate out. deal with this strip while his Shaman finishes this strip off. It's pretty much GG already. Game 1 is going to go to Babo, and we'll be seeing these players on Game 2, which is, of course, Pressure Point. Babo's realised he's lost both his warrior training huts. He can't even be bothered to wait for a new one to build. He's just going to finish this game with Braves. As he should. Those of you who struggle to finish games when you get ahead, pay attention. This is what you do. Start trooping. Take out every hut. Take out every population. Shaman doesn't have to win you the game once you get the advantage. Your troops can do it for you. There's really not much more I can say about this game. To be honest, the game has been secured, so it was just a matter of faster building from Babo, combined with the fact that Inca had seen Babo sneak, but didn't expect Babo to sneak a second time. Babo gets himself in, and Inca opted for the trade, which was never going to work out in Inca's favour, because Inca just didn't have the same mana income that Babo did. However, at least he got to answer back with some damage of his own. There's a nice little personal swimming pool here next to the Shaman's reincarnation site. I actually think he's got this path off. So that half of the base is useless until a Shaman gets back there, but it doesn't matter. There's Dakini troops everywhere. Gonna be seeing the end of this game very shortly. That's it. Blast what remains of the Braves. Throwing out Latmarich. Can't even be bothered to walk back here. He's just flexing his mana on him. Babo never even finished building the base before he secured this game. 12 minutes, 20 seconds. What remains for Inca? Is it just Inca's Shaman? I think it is. I think the only thing that remains for Inca is the Shaman. Where is she? She's here. She's having a little bit of a fist fight with some Braves. I'm not sure if it's a fist fight because she does have a staff, and that is the fist that she swings. So she's probably slapping the guy upside the head with a staff, which is going to hurt. You know, it's not quite the same as getting blasted by a ball of volcanic energy, but it is gonna hurt. Babo says GG. He knows this game is over. He knows Inca's Shaman. She's standing against the tide. Oh, nice blast. A little bit late, but was that the only blast he had? No, there's another one. And one more. He's taken a lot of these Braves down with him, is Inca. Oh, the lightning. Look at all that population that went down. It was almost a comeback, Inca. But game number 1 goes to Babo of the clan Overpowered.